Just drown it.
No, they're
Can we talk about
beautiful.
apes?
We can talk about apes. Let me get everybody's mics going.
Yeah, I want to talk about.
We're gonna.
Mike got on mine, or do I need to
I
pull
think
it up?
yours looks good.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah. Hey, everybody! Welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. We recorded this one in advance, but you can still watch live. And we have AJ DeCosimo here.
Hello.
Oh, that's Annie. And
yeah.
and Annie's and because
hello.
Tommy was sick on the day that we recorded these, so we got Annie here. You want to talk about apes?
Fuck apes. Like apes
I'm with you honestly because
no,
like I've watched enough Planet of the Apes and
Dude.
Rise of the Planet that I'm like, yeah.
Did you guys ever hear? Okay, so the one thing that I always hate, because you know me, you guys know how I feel. And Bill, you're one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Annie, you've also one of my
Yes.
best friends, and you listen to us all the time.
Yes.
I don't like nature.
Right.
I'm very.
We had a
anti-
whole episode called "Cancel Camping."
Yeah.
where we were very anti-camping.
Yeah.
I'm very
and very
anti-nature.
anti-nature. Yeah.
And I always hear
He's
people.
he's a nurture guy.
Yeah, I'm definitely a nurture guy.
Yeah.
You guys are my surrogate parents. You guys protect me from the big bad world.
We got to
have
keep you
You
innocent.
gotta keep me pretty.
Gotta keep you innocent. Did you hook up your bidet yet?
It's actually at Alex's house.
Is it hooked up though?
It's hooked up. Yeah.
You like it?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
Okay.
Did
fantastic.
you use the lady parts attachment?
No, I didn't. I didn't turn it on.
Did she?
I think she did.
Ooh.
She was on the phone. With
You're
me
like,
when
finally.
when she like turned the lady
Yeah?
part attachment on, she was like, "Oh wow." She went, gazoingas. But when people say things like, "Oh, like humans are the evil ones,"
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like they don't kill indiscriminately in nature.
That's not true at all.
fucking
sorry.
That's not. Dude,
I know they say that did you guys hear about this there was a chimpanzee war that lasted for 4 years in the 70s.
I didn't know about that, but I know
Yeah.
like I remember having a gerbil and it had babies and it ate most of its babies.
Did you feed
Fish
it?
do that too.
Yeah.
What?
Fish do that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, animals, they're terrible. Animals are
And you know
terrible.
what? They'd get abortions if they could.
Yeah, they
But
would.
they like the calories. It's good calories. It's pure protein.
4 years. 4 years there was a chimpanzee war over territory.
Where?
The Congo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that confidently.
Yeah,
I'll believe
I think
that.
it was the Congo. Jane Goodall was the one that covered it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Jane Goodall of the Jane Goodall lady fame.
fame. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently there was the alpha and there was a couple chimps that didn't like who the alpha was picked, so they moved south, but then they started invading and killing the chimps.
Okay. Then why did T.Y. Beanie Baby have Congo as the monkey?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not T.Y. Beanie Baby. But all I know is that there was a 4-year war with these chimps, and they were brutally murdering each other and happy about it.
That's
Did they have guns?
not.
No, they didn't have guns, but they
should've
murdered. They
given them
used
swords.
tools.
They used tools.
They used tools. They
Yeah.
were beating each other with rocks.
Yeah.
And monkeys are starting to make tools and do things.
It makes
That's scary.
sense.
It's scary,
Yeah.
It's
man.
really scary.
Whew, I don't like that.
No, dude.
I mean, that was the 70s though, so they got to be way more advanced.
No,
now.
no. There was a serial killer chimpanzee in the last decade.
Really?
He was just killing people not people, chimps, other chimps indiscriminately.
What
he
was
was just
he doing with their ladies?
David Bananowitz.
no, he was just sick. He was
Oh.
just sick in the head.
Oh.
He was just I'm just gonna kill this chimp because I feel like it.
Yikes.
We got to think of a good serial killer name.
Chimpanzee. I don't know. That's
Well, I said David Bananowitz.
David Bananowitz.
Let's see.
I don't know.
I feel like Hector is a very scary name.
Hector.
Hector. But I'm trying to make a play, a pun off of a known
Serial killer?
Serial killer?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Uh,
I'm bad at puns.
There's
That's
got to be
not my
a
strength.
Ted Bundy one that there's.
or a Dahmer one?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But no, dude, I've been learning and reading a lot about apes lately.
Mm-hmm.
But
monkeys.
if it was a Dahmer one, do you think it'd have to wear the glasses?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
for sure. Do you think Jeffrey Dahmer ever just went, you know what? I'm just feeling Chinese tonight. I'm just gonna get some Chinese food.
Chinese food. Oh, not. People.
Oh no, I did
Yeah.
not mean the Chinese people.
Yeah.
I meant like he just like opened the fridge and was just like, I'm gonna get takeout.
Yeah, I don't feel
I
like
don't feel
cooking
like cooking
tonight.
I feel like everybody has to at least, order out once in a while, right?
Right? Yeah, for sure. Even Dahmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Dahmer.
He's like, I'm gonna treat
Yeah.
myself.
He's like, I don't want leftovers.
Yeah.
It's a little lonely.
A little wrinkly today.
Yeah, a little wrinkly.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a little wrinkly.
I'm trying to think.
Bears are another like fuck bears.
Bears? You don't like bears?
It's so weird because
Bears
you
are so
never know
cute.
how to defend yourself against a bear. Like a
Are you
black
supposed to
bear.
scream?
No, a black bear you're supposed to like make yourself like bigger. A brown bear you're supposed to make yourself smaller.
Mm.
Oh.
And a polar bear you're fucked. You're
I
done.
love polar bears, though. I don't
They're
even know.
so vicious.
Yeah, of course, but they're so cute.
They're super cute. I would stay like far, far, far
Yeah.
away from them. That and I don't really like the cold, so I wouldn't
That's
go
true.
near a polar bear.
Yeah, no, I don't want you near a
Habitat.
polar bear either. I'm just in my mind's eye, I'm picturing you like a polar bear pursuing you and you're not faring well.
Well, I don't think I would be there because I simply don't like the cold.
No, I'm just
that
saying like
much.
if you were like dropped in that.
Matt, I'd go hide, and I would make sure I wasn't wearing anything that was like seal-like.
Well, I don't think the bear cares. Like it'll just be like they eat nothing but meat. Like you got to realize, like a polar bear.
They eat honey.
No, polar bears don't. There's no
Oh.
where they're getting honey in the
They
Arctic.
eat ice honey.
They eat ice honey. No, polar bears eat nothing but meat.
Yeah, that's all they
because
can
there's no
eat.
grass, there's no foliage,
There's no
it's
berries
meat.
or anything like
There's
that. Yeah.
definitely some foliage.
No, there's
In the-
no where.
And the part of the Arctic that polar bears are,
no.
not
There's
not supposed to
be.
be at least.
There's a summer to the polar bear. It's okay. It's more desolate. It's not going to be like as cold.
Well, no, but polar bears aren't wandering there.
They wander all over.
No, polar bears are kind of on their
They're-
little ice islands.
Yeah, they're supposed to be in the Arctic
Grizzlies
circle.
kind of migrate a
Yeah.
little bit, but like polar bears kind of stay in the. Have
They're-
you guys ever seen the short-faced bear? It's an extinct bear.
Was it smushed?
No, look up the short-faced bear. They say I heard that this bear kept humans from one of the things that kept humans from crossing the Bering Strait.
Oh,
Like imagine this fucking bear, dude.
It's really fucking big.
That thing's fucking terrifying. Can I show Annie
yeah,
here?
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull it up on the thing real quick.
Can you show that to the audience? Look at that fucking bear, dude.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that shit. This is
wanna see
AJ's.
AJ's Bear Hour.
Yeah, this is. Look at this. The one here where you can see the scale of the people standing. No. It's massive, but there's another one where like people are like standing.
that closely related to a
Uh,
polar bear?
it's like next to the little.
This one?
No, down one.
Oh,
That one. Look at that, dude.
where'd it go?
It's right there.
Where is it not
Why are
opening
you
up?
doing that?
I'm just trying to open it.
You silly man.
There it is.
Look at that fucking bear, dude. Look at how muscular that is.
That's
And
massive.
imagine
But
seeing
how tall
that.
are those guys at the same time?
Well, they all look like average height.
What's average height?
Probably taller than the humans that were migrating
Yeah.
over to the Americas.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Well, I mean, they were probably also shorter too.
Yeah, dude, it's
But
like
still.
crazy. I'm just gonna like learn you guys about nature.
Well, I appreciate that. And you did.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Tigers.
Glad that stupid short-faced bear's not around.
Yeah,
He's
they
pretty
went
jacked, too.
extinct.
He's not that short faced though.
It's
Yeah.
There's other.
It's not
examples.
a good name.
No.
It's a bad name. He should
Yeah.
be called the tall scary bear.
tall scary bear.
Yeah, or the
Tigers.
Berenstain.
Tigers.
I love-
Fuck those things. They're the worst.
Why are tigers?
Okay,
the
so
worst?
wait, which you gotta?
They're all bad.
They're all bad, but you keep saying everything's the worst.
you rate
gotta,
one?
Yeah,
Can
you
you
gotta
rate-
fucking rank these.
I thought
From,
you asked
like-
if I could R a tiger.
No.
I'm like, no, I can't.
No.
Oh, can I rate which is like the worst?
You know, it'd be even more
Okay.
impressive if you could make love to a tiger.
If I could make
because
love to-
raping a tiger is one thing, because you
Right.
could drug
But-
it. But if you can actually make a tiger
Right,
fall
so
in
like
love with you,
seduce a tiger.
that'd be pretty impressive.
That would be pretty impressive. Okay, so if I'm in the wild and
Mhm.
like if I had to rate like all of the animals that we just talked about
Yes.
on like a
Most
scale,
scary to least scary.
most scary to least scary, the tiger is the most scary
Okay.
Tiger's number one over bears and chimps.
Over bears and chimps.
Okay.
Hands out. A tiger not only will they're the only ones that they're pure. Well, maybe a polar bear too, but a tiger is a pure hunter. What's that? There's a saying. There's a for every one time you see a tiger, that same tiger has seen you over 100 times.
I'm
Like-
glad I don't live near tigers.
Even like the tigers at the zoo.
Dude, no, we're talking about
sleeping usually.
we're talking
Those
about like
perverts. Tigers, you're perverts.
we're talking about like fucking tigers in the jungle
Yeah.
that are like killers.
Yeah.
Like fucking tigers, man. Like they.
Did you get zoo books or something? Like, why are you on
Oh, I
such
loved
an
zoo
animal?
books.
No,
They
just the
were
last couple of
awesome.
weeks, I've just been like watching just things about animals, and I'm
Okay.
just like this. I'm so glad that
You get
I'm
Nat
around
Geo?
buildings.
Yeah.
Right. So tigers. There's a story about this guy in Russia. He was being followed. He killed he found like a dead thing, like something that a tiger killed, and he was like out. He was just like, oh, this thing's dead. Like I don't have to hunt. Like I just found it, and that tiger hunted him down for weeks.
I remember that. It was called The Jungle Book. His name was Shere Khan,
Yeah.
and he wanted the power of fire.
No, dude, the Siberian tiger is so much more brutal than even the Indian tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's bigger, and it's just like it wants you
I mean-
dead.
So I've definitely like you see tigers and you don't realize how big they are until you're like the enclosure that they have at
Yeah.
the Cleveland Zoo is actually pretty impressive
It's
because they'll like
awesome.
lay right next to the glass.
Yeah.
And you'll see how fucking big they are. And then there was a place we went to a museum or something, and they had a taxidermied Siberian tiger, and it was so fucking massive. Its paws are the size of my head, and I got a big fucking
Yeah,
head.
you have a big head.
Yeah.
What about like so the saber-toothed tiger that was around when like actual people
were,
existed.
I think, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, the Flintstones would use them to do household
The
chores.
fact that early man, the fact that
And then it would be like, it's a living.
the fact that early man survived all of those things
Yeah.
that just wanted them dead is amazing.
Shows how fucking badass we are.
It's amazing.
Because we
Yes.
figured out weapons way faster than monkeys.
Yeah.
And
Well,
chimps.
I mean, it depends. It depends on how you look at it, really.
I mean, eventually.
Because the chimp that we see today has been around just as long as
us.
us.
Yeah, so we figured it out.
Yeah, but I mean, but we were just ahead.
Yeah.
They're on a different timeline. In 200,000 years, maybe chimps are having a podcast in iHeartMedia Studios.
And they're like, you know what scares the shit out of me? Humans.
Yeah,
They
humans scare you?
They didn't. Yeah, that's what chimps are gonna be like.
They're gonna have
Humans.
their own-
They didn't even give a fuck about their own water. Like
Right.
they're just like, oh, we'll just put little microplastics in water. We don't give a fuck.
Maybe one day in 200,000 years, we're living on another planet. We're visiting the chimps, and we're the aliens
Maybe.
to them. You know,
And then, but we find out it was actually the same planet all along, and we,
right?
you maniacs,
Yeah,
you blew it up.
You damn fools. No, dude, like you like okay, so like someone like Jane Goodall, who's like one of the like most like compassionate human beings that's ever lived, and did nothing but
But she
care.
didn't like to recycle.
No, she didn't like to recycle. Really?
Nah.
Oh, that Jane Goodall's a real.
Also, really
bitch.
racist against the Dutch.
Was she racist against the Dutch? Are you just see? I'm spitting all these factual things.
Well,
I'm trying to
I-
educate our listening audience,
And I like to
you're
keep
just-
things a little
and
spicy.
you're just sabotaging me right now.
Okay, so in Tarzan, when
Yeah.
her name is Jane, is that
Supposed
from
Based off of
Goodall.
Jane
Jane
Goodall.
Goodall?
No,
No,
that
'cause
was
that
like
was much
maybe like
earlier.
60 years before she
Yeah.
was even born.
the movie?
No,
Do you think
Tarzan
Rudyard
books?
what's his name? Rudyard Kipling?
No,
I know he didn't write Tarzan, but he wrote the Jungle Book. Do you think he just wanted to have sex with animals?
No, he also wrote the White Man's Burden,
Oh,
which is tremendously racist.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one that they made a movie of with.
Who wrote the Tarzan books? It was a Sir, not Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. That's Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, no, the Tarzan is like over 100 years old.
Oh,
The
really?
story, yeah, of
Okay.
Tarzan. I mean, no, it wasn't like Phil Collins and Disney.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Yeah, Edgar Rice Burroughs. He
And
also
I didn't know he
did-
was an American author.
Yeah. I thought he was a knight. I thought he was
Yeah.
British. He also did John Carter from Mars.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he wrote that a long time ago, and like it's like one of the first.
Yeah.
I mean, not first, but it's a sci-fi movie.
Right. Secondly,
Hmm.
I would probably go with the ape, because the
Okay.
ape, I don't think.
Are you talking apes or chimps? You switched.
Well, chimps are apes.
Yeah, but like it's a subset.
Okay,
I mean, that's like
I would rather be cornered with a gorilla because a
'Cause,
gorilla
like,
doesn't really want
tiger's
Okay.
a cat, but it's not all the cats.
right.
So like a chimp.
A chimp. Okay,
Is-
yeah,
yeah.
probably I would rather because chimps aren't like as friendly as like we make them out to be. Like chimps are brutal.
Oh, they're dude. The story, like what talking about the war that they're having. The reason I'll never want to be around a chimp is because of those stories about like the people that were like they handled one
Yeah.
and then they threw
They
it
got-
a birthday, scared it, and then it fucking ripped
Ripped
its
its face off.
off and testicles off and ate them. Like,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that shit.
Bonobos are friendly.
Bonobos?
Yeah, bonobos. They're also very closely genetically related to humans. Baboons
Yeah,
are the worst little motherfuckers on the face of the They'll like take a baby
yeah,
and like maul a baby.
yeah. Okay.
Like,
Yikes.
and they have canines.
Mhm.
The baboon does.
Wow. Did not know that.
Wolves, very, very nice. You wouldn't think so. Wolves are a lot more docile than we give them credit for.
Well, that's
Obviously,
Well, we
That's
did
what I got
make
to-
them our household pet.
right?
Mhm.
We did. That's Darwinism in practice.
So you're going tigers number 1,
Probably the chimp.
chimp number 2, and then 3 is bears.
Man, well, I guess okay. So are we doing the worst of the worst?
You brought this all up.
Mm, probably. No, I would probably say the bear because you're not.
Yeah.
You're done. You.
Because I
have
feel
no
like you can
shot.
at least like be like with a monkey, like they're not straight trying to kill you.
Right. Well, with a monkey, with
Or
an
like
ape,
a
there's still some
chimp.
sort of reason.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You could kind of barter with it.
Yeah.
Because even though you don't speak the same language, we kind of speak the same language.
There's body language
Body
stuff that they
language,
will
yeah.
understand.
right.
Yeah,
They're just like, hey,
Energy.
But a bear, they're just like,
maybe.
fuck you. I mean, I'm killing you.
Yeah, a bear, it's just like your food.
Mm-hmm.
But did you antagonize the bear, or do you just kind of sort of like?
Well,
walk?
I think if you're in the Arctic and the bear sees you, you're toast.
Yeah, but how are there those
The
that
polar
have
bear.
right? Exactly. How are there those that have gotten like videotape of it? Do they
Well,
zoom
they're
in
standing at a
insanely?
very extreme distance. I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure there are people that go up against. I'm talking like the worst of the worst. Like this tiger's hungry, this bear's hungry,
Mhm.
and this chimp is hungry. I
Yeah.
feel like I could rationalize with the chimp.
Yeah.
Like we could
Yeah,
kind
I
of
would say chimp is the one I'd most like to be against in that scenario.
Yeah, even though you
Because
don't
I don't
really
think
have
they're like they don't see me as food as much.
right. The other two,
They're just like, oh, I'll eat that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, a chimp doesn't want to eat you. A
Right.
chimp just wants to kill you.
Right.
Because a chimp could eat berries.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Right. And so like that's the thing. Like a hungry chimp would be like, "Do you have any berries?" I'd be like,
Right. I
got
could show them where the
something. Yeah,
berries
yeah.
are. You could like reach out your hand and the chimp will grab your hand. And you're holding hands
Mhm.
with a cute little chimp. And then you take them to the berries and then you get away.
mm-hmm.
With the other two, it's just like,
You can't be like, "Hold on, I'll show you where some salmon is, bear."
right, because they don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, then wouldn't you wanna, if you know you're gonna be in that area, wouldn't you wanna have something that they would eat, so that you can?
Yeah, but in this
throw it at
scenario, you
'em?
don't really have that.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
talking like I'm in like a horrible scenario.
Yeah.
But like the chimp, I still feel like I can rationalize
Okay.
with. I can talk things out with.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how we got onto that. I just
You
went
just
on-
brought up bears
I
and
just
chimps
went
out of
on
nowhere.
there.
Yeah.
or out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You guys want to do some? Am I the assholes?
More than anything in the world.
All right. You know, Am I the asshole? I'll read a story that someone posted on Reddit.
Yep.
And we'll decide if they're assholes or not.
Okay.
We'll start. I'm just picking one randomly from the top all-time list here. So, okay, this one's not too long. Sometimes these fucking things are long as shit.
Yeah.
All right. My female 28 sister-in-law, Amy, female 26, always comes to visit. So the person writing the story is 28 years old,
Mhm.
and her sister-in-law, Amy, is female 26 years old. Always comes to visit from out of town. She stays with us instead of a hotel and always wants to go to expensive restaurants. She always conveniently forgets her wallet or comes up with some excuse as to why she can't pay her share. She has implied that since I make much more money than her, I should be the one to pay. In parentheses, no, not my husband should pay, but me specifically. I do make a fair amount of money, but not so much that I can treat someone every time they come into town. Nonetheless, in the past, I have just paid the bill and has asked her to pay me back. She never has. She had made a reservation at an extremely expensive restaurant last night, and before we left, I made it clear that I wouldn't be paying her bill. This is where I might be the asshole. And I'll admit, I got this move straight from an episode of 2.5 Men. All right, you're already the asshole. But as we were leaving, her and my husband went to the car. I pretended I forgot something and went back inside. I found her wallet sitting right on top of her suitcase. I put it in my purse and went to the restaurant. When we were done eating, I asked for separate bills. She said, no, we need one bill because she forgot her wallet again. I reached into my purse and said, this wallet? She was extremely furious. She said that I should not have touched or grabbed her wallet. So am I the asshole for taking her wallet and bringing it to the restaurant? We'll start with Annie.
No. She absolutely is not an asshole.
You don't think so?
No. I'm sorry, but like, just because you came to visit and you chose this place, you did it intentionally. You did it with the intention that she's supposed to pay this, and that's not okay.
And she's making the reservation.
She did
yeah.
that. She 100% did that intentionally. She had motives behind it.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Amy is the asshole at all. In fact, I give like
Amy's the sister-in-law.
Yeah.
You think Amy's the asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Amy
Yes.
is the sister-in-law
Yes.
that books the restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Amy's the asshole.
Amy's the asshole.
AJ?
No, I agree. Like, she's not an asshole. And I feel like every time somebody's posting, am I the asshole on Reddit, it's more of like I know I'm not an asshole.
Yeah. Here's someone, I'm hanging out with an asshole.
Right. I'm hanging out with an asshole. They should just rename it. It's just like, hey, this person's an asshole.
I was hanging out with an asshole.
Right.
Yeah. I know, and I need to, I wish I had more time to like go through and find some that were actually a little more controversial. But I mean, I think we all agree on this one that
Yeah.
I do think it's a bit of an asshole move, but since this had happened so many times,
Well, you got to fight fire
Yeah.
with
it's
fire.
it's
Exactly.
pretty hilarious
No,
to be like, oh, you mean this right
one-
here?
I-
This
I-
wallet right here? That
I'd
must have been
laugh.
a good moment for her.
Yeah.
I'd have a serious chuckle to
I
myself.
think
if
it's
I
like,
was
am
her.
I a hero? And I think that's more of
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
think that's more of a hero moment than an
Yeah,
asshole
it should be
moment.
Oh,
called, am I a hero?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Is
like
my
I'm
sister-in-law an asshole?
Or am I
yeah,
a hero?
She's a total, the sister-in-law's an asshole, and this is like that one was really simple. But all right, let's do another one. Hopefully this one. All right, go scroll down to. All right. Okay. This one's funny. All right. We had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my elder sister, 29 female, younger sister, 24 female, and youngest brother, 22 male. Extended family attended our family dinner, so all of our significant others, our cousins, aunts, and uncles, etc., during the dinner, my eldest sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. The two of them were too absorbed in their argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got really fed up and said, "Shut up. I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks up until that point. It was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk.
Mhm.
Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up, and she was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying everyone knows he's a virgin,
Mhm.
and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me as my bro definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college, and that since everyone in the family knows that this isn't not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know. I genuinely assumed he must have known. He left the party angrily, saying my sister misled him about her past. Family is blaming me for their marital problems. I refuse to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone. All I did was give her a taste of her own medicine. This is a better one. This
That is a
one's
better
a little
one.
more tricky.
Mhm.
That is a better one.
All right, AJ, let's start with you.
I think that her husband's the asshole.
Yeah?
First and foremost. Yeah, because like, who cares? Like, how many people that your wife has slept with?
I don't know if he's mad about how many. I think he was mad that
But being less misled.
misled about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but who cares? It's none of his fucking business. Like,
But
whoever.
in the moment, like finding out in front of everybody that your wife slept with a lot more people than you thought. Even like,
So what?
but again, I don't think he's necessarily mad about the number, and maybe he is. But if she was like lying about it, that's not a good sign.
Okay, she's not an asshole because she was sticking up for somebody.
Yeah. For
Using
a virgin.
Yeah, for she was sticking up for a loser. No.
Listen, he has confidence issues, okay?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, if he wasn't such a fucking loser, maybe he wouldn't. No.
It sounds like he could have fucked his older sister. She sounds like a real whore.
Right, I know.
If only he'd been in college with her.
No, but like, who
You
cares?
have to be step in order to make that okay.
I think the husband's the
Even then, I
asshole.
still think it's not great. You think the husband's the
Yeah,
asshole
I think
here?
he's the asshole.
Well, I think the big sister's the main asshole for bullying her younger brother.
I mean, she had
Like, that's a
all of it
weird
coming.
thing for like a sister to be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna listen to a virgin." Like,
Yeah,
like that's
yeah.
I'd want to know what the context was. What was he talking about that made her so pissed off
Well,
that
Yeah.
she had to come up with that?
the
That's a good
sister said that up until that point there were no personal attacks.
yeah.
That doesn't matter. I want to know what the conversation was about.
Yeah.
That why it got to
What
the point
it led
where
to that point?
yeah.
Mm.
What led her to get so pissed off that she had to bring in an attack like
But she also said that she was drunk and she's a mean drunk.
Yeah. And someone made a good point in the comments, said, just because somebody else made personal attacks doesn't mean you should make personal attacks.
Right.
So,
a sober person knows this?
yeah. So it sounds like they're both kind of probably drunk.
Maybe.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take, she was kind of an asshole in that moment to out her sister like that. There's a different way she could have gone.
No, I don't think so. I
No.
think why? She brought up her brother's sexual past and her being
No, she
like,
didn't.
No.
The lack thereof.
Right. But like she brought up
I think we
like-
really should focus on what a loser this kid is. But
Right, I know.
20.
He's the asshole.
Yeah, right. He's the asshole.
He's
No.
the asshole.
We just need to give him the confidence to go out and be
Get
able to bang
laid.
a chick.
Yeah, just go out there and
Or
Although,
a guy. Maybe
I
he's
was-
into men, and that's
Right.
the reason why he hasn't been
just
with
start
anyone.
cornholing some ladies or confused young men.
Mm-hmm.
Young man.
I mean, I was a virgin until I was 22, like technically, but I was also Mormon, so like I kind of had,
Yeah, you had a
like
handicap.
I wanted to fuck real bad.
Right.
I had opportunities. I just
You just
stopped
didn't.
myself. Yeah,
Look at
Yeah.
you. Good job.
yeah. But those days are long gone. Now I've had sex with a few people.
Oh, that's right. And I've met both women.
Yeah.
that he's had sex with. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. Yep, one of them's your mom. No, she's still on the list, man.
Oh, really? She slept with over 100 people when she was in college.
Those were different times, okay?
Those were different times. It was the 80s. Cocaine and anal and Genesis. It was all invented in the 80s.
Cocaine, anal, and Genesis. All right, rank those 1 through 3.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
that
my
one.
favorite?
Yeah.
I
Cocaine, anal, and Genesis.
I've actually never snorted cocaine.
Okay, you know what's hilarious?
What's that?
So Danny and I got our haircuts today.
Okay.
And on the way back
Great job,
from
Danny.
yeah,
Thank you.
and on the way back, she said something about AJ doing a ton of cocaine, and I was like, he doesn't really do cocaine. And she's like, oh, he says it all the time, like very casually in
When?
conversation.
When?
Well, I remember one time when we were doing the podcast at my house, we were talking about cocaine, and you were like playing into it, like,
Well,
yeah,
I was
do
doing it
cocaine.
as a bit.
Yeah, as a bit.
Yeah.
And she just was like, oh, okay. Because she didn't really know you then.
Oh, well,
And
that
she
was
didn't-
like one time.
I know,
That's
but she
funny.
like took that
Yeah.
as like, oh, he
That's
does a lot of
funny.
cocaine.
I do a lot of coke. I did speed once.
Yeah.
Which I think is like
And I was like,
is
I don't
coke.
think he's ever even done cocaine.
no,
I think,
I've never snorted cocaine.
yeah.
No.
Just shot it.
Yeah, I just
Into your
shot it up.
dick.
Yeah, just I just
You didn't
poured
rub it
it.
on your teeth?
No, I have
Rub it
my
on your
brother
gums.
boof
Come on,
it
rookie.
into my asshole.
Boofing.
Yeah, I have him boof it. Into my
Boofing's
boy
the best way
pussy.
to do drugs because it's just it makes
Yeah,
it
dude.
just brings you closer to who you're.
I like
you're
to
boofing
boof,
with.
but not with cocaine, but with hot semen. No, What was I gonna say?
I've gotten to a point where when you say stuff like that, instead of just my butt puckering, I've just simply called it a decasimo.
Yeah, it's just a
it's
DeCosmo.
Decasimo,
Yeah.
No, it's like your butt at this point in the time that we've known each other, your butthole doesn't even pucker anymore. You do the opposite. You just let everything out.
Nope. Mm.
You just shit everywhere.
Nope. No,
Everyone knows
alright.
it. Annie and her
Okay.
poops. Annie and her butt poops.
No.
And then I would probably have to say, I don't know. Phil Collins has made me much happier than any anal sex ever has.
Okay.
And I love anal sex.
Yeah.
But I love Phil Collins.
Well, that's a huge endorsement for Phil Collins.
I'm a huge Phil Collins fan. I think I could probably go the rest of my life and not have anal sex. But I can't go the rest of my life without hearing Invisible Touch. I would be very sad if I could never hear that song ever again, because I still have a vagina I could have sex with.
Right.
Which is what I'm, biologically designed to do.
Okay, so they have rankings on these. So for the one that we just talked about, they decided everyone sucks. The first one we did.
I thought you meant like between cocaine and anal sex.
Yeah.
Genesis.
I don't think
I'm like, they have official
I love Genesis.
Genesis is great.
Yeah.
What was the first one we did? Oh, well, they said not the asshole on that one. And then a lot of times it says update. Okay, let me keep going here. See, a lot of these are just not the asshole. I'm looking for something that's a little more
Controversial.
Okay. This is an interesting one.
Let's hear it.
Let me go to the original first. I, 29, have always supported my girlfriend, 23. We have been together for 4 years now and lived together for 1. She has always had anxiety as well as depression, where some months are worse than others. I have supported her through all of this, and I understand it is very hard for her. In January, she lost her job due to the current world circumstances. I imagine this is 2020. By March, she hit a low point with not eating as much, crying, irritability, typical traits of depression. I have comforted her as much as possible and taken care of everything. However, at the beginning of June, I was allowed back to work. And since the house has fallen into shambles, I am too tired by the time I come home to do anything, even cook. Most nights we order takeout, and on the rare occasion she makes food. The floors aren't being washed, hoovering isn't being done, laundry is a mountain, and dishes are everywhere. I keep on top of it, but with work it is almost impossible. She is home all day, she lies in bed till late afternoon, watches Netflix, eats bowls of cereal, and naps. That's about it. I tried to gently coax her to do more, and she says she will get to it, but never does. I finally snapped, told her I was sick of her doing nothing all day and leaving the housework to me. That if she is here and I am working, she needs to be pulling her weight. She got upset and said that she wants to, but can never find the motivation. That she is tired all the time. I said I understood she was depressed, but it isn't an excuse to do nothing and be lazy. No one likes housework, but I won't take any more excuses about it. She needs to start doing it or leave. Next day, I come home to a clean house and a note from her saying she was sorry and is going to stay with her mother. Her mom helped her clean before they left. I tried calling, but she wouldn't pick up. When I rang the house, her mother answered and had a lot to say. She was furious, telling me about how she is struggling and I'm making her worse, that I should be supporting her, not ignoring that she is in a bad place, and so on. I was told my girlfriend had been crying all day in her bedroom, and I feel awful. I never wanted to hurt her. I just snapped. I tried to get her mother to give my girlfriend the phone, but she didn't want to speak to me. Feels like a lose-lose situation. On one hand, I know depression results in lack of motivation and cleanliness. On the other, I can't stand to see our home in such chaos. I've never had depression, so I can't say for sure how bad it truly is. That's why I find it more difficult to empathize. Am I the asshole for telling her depression isn't an excuse? Extra info. She has a therapist, talks regularly with them. Her depression is worse since losing her job. Usually she's quite clean and tidy. We don't usually have the issue. She's looking for a job despite depression, etc. I have enough money to support us both in the meantime. I'll start with this one. I think he's an asshole. I think anyone that says, like, I've never had depression you said your house was in shambles, like when you went back to work. Like you guys were both like you had depression that whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that whole like the reason your house got into a bad place is because you also were depressed.
Right.
And then when you went back to work, you were feeling more yourself, and you're like, well, she's gonna be home all day. She can take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not how it works.
Hmm.
How do you feel?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, yeah, he's the asshole. With the caveat, I've never given less of a fuck about any of characters in any story I've ever heard in my life. I hope they're all miserable. I hope that they don't get back together and they die alone, including the mom. She sounds like a real fucking piece of shit. I hope they all get into a car accident.
Don't wish that upon anyone.
Oh no, why? I'll wish whatever I want.
No.
I say and do whatever I want.
I don't think you want anything to happen to yourself. That's the reason why you shouldn't wish anything.
Who, me?
to
Oh, I
anyone.
wish bad things happen to people all the time.
That's not very
Constantly.
nice.
No, like
That's
I
not
literally,
very nice at
I literally,
all.
like if I'm like crossed by somebody, I'll be
I
like,
see it
I
with a
hope they die
dandelion doing
today.
it.
That's
I legitimately
no.
say, I'll say that to myself. I'm not gonna play a part in it,
No.
but I'll be like, I hope they die. I hope it's
That's
bad.
bad karma.
I don't believe in karma though,
Well,
because you
Okay.
can't believe that it rains on the just and the unjust alike,
Mhm.
and karma. They're conflicting ideologies.
All right, there is an update. Do you want to hear that to see if it?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
you don't care about these people at all.
Well, no, maybe
Yeah.
like if is the update everyone's dead.
no, it better not be.
Well, first, Annie, what do you think?
Okay, I think that he should have requested that she go see someone to get help. That's what I think. I think that he kind of is the asshole because he saw that this was a thing, but yet he just told her to clean instead of telling her you need to go see somebody, you
Right.
need to get help.
Or like try and do something together to clean. Like this guy's saying he's back to work, but he still had weekends. They could have done
Right.
something
I mean,
together.
yes,
They could have
you're
done.
right. They
Or
could
he
have.
said he does pretty well and he could take care of both of them. If you are doing that well financially, hire somebody to come clean your fucking apartment.
This is true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what kind of mindset did he have? What type of mindset did he grow up with? So does he think that she's supposed to do it because she's the lady?
yeah.
I didn't get that from him.
I didn't get that either.
I think what I got from him was she's home all day.
She's
She's
just
home
not,
all day,
She's
so,
not just
yeah.
keep pulling her weight.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
That's what I got out
I
of it.
can see the frustration from him, but at the same
I
time,
can see frustration, but like I think there's like when you see that your partner's struggling like that,
you
you
should
have
tell him
to-
to go get help.
Yeah.
Not, hey,
yeah.
you need to clean.
All right, so he updates and goes, ultimately, I realized that the majority of the blame was mine. I never ever should have called her lazy because that isn't what she is. I lashed out and I shouldn't have. She stayed at her mother's for a few days and we eventually met up to talk. I told her how it just got too much for me, but it was no excuse for lashing out and I apologized. She apologized also, not that she needed to. We talked for a long while about how we can make our relationship work. I expressed my concerns over her therapist, who is very against anything other than talking therapy. She agreed that he didn't seem to really have her best interests at heart, and she's currently looking for someone new. For now, I suggested she stops looking for work. She got a lot of rejections, and I could see it was upsetting her more. I just felt we should take a step back from that, and I wanted her to focus a little more on herself. So he sounds like a guy that like gets that, like, okay, I was a dick here, and I could be more loving to her.
Yeah, I hope they all get butt fucked to death by polar bears.
Not
Average
very
polar
nice.
bear dick size.
No, I'm
7
not.
inches,
I'm
by
not.
the way.
I'm Annie. You know I'm very nice. I'm a
You-
very nice person.
Yeah.
But I also have an incredibly accurate sense of justice.
Okay.
I feel like that's what they deserve.
All right.
Okay, so it gets to the point, like, they set up a schedule where she would exercise more and like do things to like one chore a day, and so that
Sounds very
seemed to help
healthy.
her. So it sounds like they handled it like adults. No one was butt fucked to death by a polar bear.
That's good.
So sorry, it was a sad ending for you, AJ. All right. Okay. This one I think was a good one. This will be our last one because we're getting long here. Oh, so he's 56 years male. So my wife died at the young age of 51 from a car accident. Those women drivers. And
Not
I was
accurate.
I was in deep mourning for about a year after her death. I met my new girlfriend, and she's 43, female, around January. We're calling her C. C was the one who made me laugh for the first time after my wife died. She's smart as hell, 3 Ivy League degrees, has a dark sense of humor that I love, and a terrific cook. And overall, an amazing woman who I can imagine spending the rest of my life with. She is also on the heavier side, a fact that becomes relevant later. I have 2 children, E, 25 male, and A, 19 female. They were well aware that I had gotten a new girlfriend before I first introduced them to C this summer. She got along immediately with E, but was very standoffish after that initial meeting. I asked A if there was something wrong, but she denied it. C made a few more attempts to get to know A, but they were rudely rejected. E and A both came home for Thanksgiving dinner. I asked A to please be polite during the meal since she's always been rude in her interactions with C, even though C has been nothing but gracious in return. The dinner was going as well as it could have for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed A glaring at C the entire time. When C went to grab her third helping of mashed potatoes, it's a lot of mashed potatoes, A said, "Don't you think you've eaten enough, you fat pig?" C started sobbing immediately and ran off into the bedroom. I felt my face turn red and told A to get out. After half an hour, after A left, I texted her stating that I would no longer pay her tuition unless, 1, she apologized to C, and 2, C accepts her apology. A must have assumed that I was bluffing because she instead doubled down on her behavior during Thanksgiving dinner. I then logged into her university's tuition payment website, canceled next semester's tuition, and sent A the screenshots. She called me, crying and begging me to reconsider, but I told her my mind was made up. Is he the asshole?
No.
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because he never asked A why she feels the way she does about C.
But I think I think he did ask her.
No, he didn't ask her.
Did he not ask her?
I mean,
No, he didn't.
But that doesn't. But if he's
no, he asked if there was something wrong, and she
Yeah.
denied it. So he was like,
he
why
did
did
ask.
yeah. But she was like, no, nothing's wrong. But obviously there was something wrong.
I think that I would assume that A, it has nothing to do with the fact that my name
There was probably plenty of
mashed.
there was probably plenty of mashed potatoes to go around, so she probably didn't need to call her out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
But at
it's
the same time,
Thanksgiving.
maybe she thinks that her father can do better, so therefore she isn't very nice to C.
That's not her business.
That's not her business.
Well, I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah, just because you think a friend or a parent can do better, that doesn't mean that it gives you
The
a
right
to be mean
to them, yeah.
to them. I mean, in my opinion.
Well, how long have they been dating? I want to know that. And was she there when they started dating?
Yeah, but you can't be mean to someone just because because they're dating your dad.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then say that at Thanksgiving?
Okay, so it wasn't nice for her to say. She shouldn't
Right,
have said
and then not only that, he gave her an out.
Right.
He gave her an out.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Hey, this is what's going to happen if you don't do this." And he gave her a roadmap to have her college paid for.
Right. Well,
He gave her a roadmap.
And she said, "No, I'm going to double down. She's a fat pig, and I don't like you." Yeah, that's rough. I think the daughter's the asshole.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
So it's rated as everyone sucks, but
It's rated as everyone sucks?
yeah, but I think it's the daughter that's
Why
an
does the
asshole
dad suck?
because he stopped paying her tuition. But I think
But he
that's
gave her a roadmap. He
Yeah.
was just like, "This is what's going to happen. This is how I will continue to pay your college."
yeah.
All you got to do is apologize. You didn't even have to mean it.
no. And
Well,
I mean,
she had to
The mom had
Accept it.
C had to consent to. Okay,
Yeah.
I believe it.
And why does C suck?
She doesn't suck at all, right?
They said everyone sucks.
Well, maybe because she's a big fat pig that ate too many mashed potatoes.
Right. And she's eating all the fucking mashed potatoes.
But hey, if she sucks, then I suck because I'm going for thirds on mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving.
I
It's
mean,
Thanksgiving.
honestly, I think that A should have kept her mouth shut. And she could have thought it. She could have thought all she wants, but she needs to keep her mouth shut.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that seemed like just straight up hateful, mean thing to say, just to be mean, just to be an asshole.
I think that A probably honestly like needs to. There's feelings that A needs to feel, and the fact that she's seeing somebody with her dad is probably
Upsetting.
where
Yeah.
that's coming from. And then she probably was like, "That's who he chose, really."
I get it. I understand. But like he asked her, he was just like, "Hey, is there anything wrong?" And she
Well,
said no.
What is she supposed to say? What would give her the right to be
Be like, listen, I feel like
what?
she
Okay,
could've.
so if she had said, "Well, I think you can do better," I think that she.
And then the dad would have been like,
I'm-
"Well, I disagree with you." And then her
Right.
co-
And like the dad shares his feelings like, this is the lady that has made me happy since your
Happy.
mom passed away.
Right.
And it was like, it had been a year since her mom died. And then she finally
She probably
was
didn't
like,
feel her feelings.
yeah, exactly.
No, I get it. But I mean, how old was A?
19.
It was
19?
19.
So she's not fully mentally developed.
Yeah.
No, I understand, but like you're still old enough to know not to call someone a fat pig
Right.
at dinner.
I'm not
Probably
saying
drives
it was
like her mom, too.
okay.
Right. What?
Probably drives like her mom, too.
Oh, jeez.
She probably doesn't.
I
She
think Bill's
probably.
the asshole.
I think that she probably doesn't drive like her mom. She's like, I don't want to end up in a car wreck.
Right, that's true. She died in a car wreck, huh?
Yeah, the mom did.
Ugh, hilarious. Why couldn't it have been everybody in the family before that died in the car accident?
That's not very nice.
I know it's not very nice.
So me and AJ are
you know
the
what else is
assholes.
not very nice? Calling your dad's girlfriend a fat pig for getting mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving.
Third serving.
But you have no issue with that, Annie,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew.
It's not nice. She shouldn't have done it.
I
I'm saying
know.
she should have kept it herself.
But I'm the villain. I'm being vilified
I'll
for
be
saying I hope
vilified
someone
because
dies.
All right. Well, we decided that A's the asshole, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
You guys said, yeah.
Yeah.
on a vote,
And
Annie
you're-
disagrees.
I'm going to be Switzerland at this point because
Okay.
You mean
I.
neutral? No, you just take a stand.
You know who's the real asshole? The other driver that killed the mom.
Mom,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's the asshole.
Absolutely.
Well, how do you know it was another driver that killed her?
Right.
I
She
don't
might
know
have
if
just
she
like
didn't,
went too
crash
fast
into
around a
pole.
curve and fell
Yeah.
down a
No.
mountain.
Yeah.
I don't
She
think
fell
so.
down a mountain, got eaten
She-
by polar bears.
She, who knows? Maybe she was driving really cautious and somebody plowed right into her.
Oh,
We
Lord.
don't know that.
Yeah.
We don't.
But
Before we go, can I give you guys
statistically,
presents?
yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do the presents.
Annie,
So
Annie
you
has
can-
presents.
Annie likes to bring us presents.
I
Oh
do.
my God, it's a birthday
And
fair.
they got a 3D printer for Christmas. So.
Yes.
They did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did you 3D print some stuff?
I did.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
But did I interrupt your are you the asshole at all?
No, we're done. We're done
We
with
are?
that. So yeah,
Okay.
let's do some presents. I
Okay.
love presents. I love some presents.
All right, this is yours.
Oh my
with
God.
All of
She 3D printed stuff.
See, one would say that might look like a dildo, but I don't think so.
It's this here and this.
Looks like a bag to me.
Yeah.
We
No,
got a couple things.
the Christmas tree's on.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah?
Ryan helped me make these.
Ryan helped you make
Ryan
these?
helped me make these. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, it's like soap.
It is soap. It's not candy.
Ooh, that's cool. They're like
I
little
think it's candy.
skulls.
Take a bite.
Like little skulls.
Wait, so that's little soaps.
Yeah, they're
That's
little
cute.
soaps.
So that's
I
not
can't wait to
3D
rub
printed,
that
or
on my
do you have a
balls.
soap? Does it 3D print soap?
Nope, it doesn't. There's
Okay.
other things. I
Okay.
just
You just
Had
had some
soap.
Hell
soaps.
yeah, dude.
yeah.
Oh, and this is ooh.
That's
Is
a
it-
rock lobster.
It's a rock lobster. That's so awesome.
Show it to the camera again.
Okay, it's a rock lobster.
Who doesn't like the B-52?
That's
oh my
so
God, I love
fucking
the
funny.
B-52s.
Oh, I
Oh my
love
God,
that
we
so
got some more
much.
stuff
All right.
in here.
So, yes, there's 2 more things. But the one is I attempted to make him first.
It's a roctopus.
It is.
Yeah.
But he lost some tentacles.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
okay. He's damaged.
Octopus is still pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Rock lobster's hilarious.
That's fantastic. And
Better pucker up.
ooh, Regal Beagle salon for what is it, chapstick?
It's chapstick.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it on my asshole.
Good chapstick. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank you,
You're
Annie.
welcome.
Oh, for me.
For you.
All right.
Ew.
Here.
Go wash my nuts.
Yeah, there you go.
Got
You got a
a little
comb?
comb.
Yeah. Make sure you look good.
Yeah.
You know, AJ,
Hmm.
I don't need a fucking Emmy because I got
You
an
have an
Oscar
Oscar.
now.
Oh,
better
Annie
than
gave
an
her
Emmy.
Oscar.
An Oscar
Yeah,
is
that's right.
for real talent.
That's for movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, movies.
I'd like to thank Oscar's butt.
Those are nice.
Oscar
did
got
notice
a
that.
nice, got some cakes.
Rock lobster.
Rock lobster's
That's
amazing.
so cool.
I kind of wish I had a rock lobster.
love
I got
I will
a
make you rock
Regal
lobster.
Beagle
Chapstick.
chapstick as well.
Yeah.
And I imagine this is soap.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, we got some soaps. These are really cool. My Little Pony soap.
Yeah.
This is Jack Skellington.
Oh,
That's really
look at
cool.
that.
Ryan likes to call My Little Pony my only pony, and I'm like,
This is Megara. That's for Danny,
yeah.
my
That's so
girlfriend.
cool.
She loves Megara from. And then a little whoopsie.
Oh,
I love it.
look
Thank
at
you so
that.
much.
Thanks,
You're
Annie.
These are
You're
awesome.
very welcome.
Thank you for
You're
the
the best.
Christmas
You're
gifts.
welcome.
All right. Before we go, should we have Annie do a speed run on? What was my score? It's like
260.
270.
Yeah, I
something?
want to go.
You want to go?
I wanna
All right,
go.
We'll get out of here then. Yeah.
It probably would be like 5. I don't even know if that's a
Yeah.
score you can have. I'm assuming it's 5.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, though.
You're very
All right. Well,
welcome.
thank you guys
Annie.
for checking out this
Yeah.
episode. We'll be back next week. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Go see Annie at the Regal Beagle in Lakewood. Get your hairs cut by her. And AJ, you can check him out somewhere, probably on this podcast. He might
Yeah.
have a new job by the time this
Yeah,
airs.
maybe.
And then this will air the 31st. So I'll already be done with my show at the Alex Theater. So that's all. That's all I got to talk about.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.